Hi, this is Chrisferb, and I'm going to demonstrate how you create a stem and leaf diagram. Okay, we're usually given the data in an unsorted type of fashion. So as you see here, the data is all mixed up. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to sort the data. This can take a little bit of time, so I already have it pre-sorted. What we do is I'm going to start filling it in. So it's 0.6, 0.8, 1.0, 1.1, 1.4, 1.7, 1.8, 2.0, 2.1, 2.1, 2.4, 2.8, 3.0, 3.3, 3.8, 4.3, 4.4, 5.3, 5.4, 5.4, 6.3, 6.4. Okay, so we have our data now sorted. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, sorting can take a little bit of time, but the next thing that we want to do is we want to make sure, take a look at it, make sure that we're not missing anything. In this case, I have 2 open cells here in my table. I'm pretty sure I have everything. I didn't leave anything out. Okay, so now we're going to draw a line, and the line is our little curvy line. Shouldn't be that curvy, but that's okay. The line is our separator between the stem and the leaf. And so our leaf, you don't need to write this normally. So usually the stem is on the left and the leaf is on the right. And our natural separator for this stem and leaf is going to be our decimal point. So what we're going to do is we're going to separate and group the data from smallest to largest with the decimal place. Decimal point being the separator between the stem and the leaf. So the first thing we do is we're going to write down a 0 because we have two observations that are actually below 1. So in this case, the 1s are on this side, and then the decimal places are on the other side. So we don't have anything for the 1s place for the whole number. So we're going to put a 0 on one side, and then we're going to put the fraction of a whole number on the right side. So it goes 6 and then 8. So for the next one, we actually are now up to the at least 1. So now we put a 1 down, and we're going to do 1, 4, 7, 8. Oh, and you have to put the 0 in. So 0, 1, 4, 7, 8. Just making sure I'm not leaving anything out. Okay, and then on the next one, we're going to put our 2 in. So then we have, we're going to write down 0, 1, 1, 4, 8, and that's it. So 0, 1, 1, 4, 8. And when you do this, a couple things to point out here. We had 2 1s here because we had 2.1, 2.1. So we write out our 1s twice so that you know that 2.1, the point being the line, you can actually, the neat thing about the stem and leaf diagram is that it's considered non-destructive for your data, which means when we're done, we can actually put the data back together because we know exactly what the data is. In this case, there was a 2.0, 2.1, 2.1, so 2 2.1s, 2.4, 2.8. Okay, we'll continue. So then for 3, we do 0, 3, 8, and that's it. 0, 3, 8. For 4, we do 3, 4. That's it. For 5, we do 3, 4, 4. That's it. 3, 4, 4. And for 6, make sure I'm still on the screen. For 6, we do 3 and 4. So if we had to go and reconstruct this data, we could go and we would have the original values again, which is something that we don't have with group frequency diagrams and things like that. The other really neat thing about the stem and leaf is that it creates a histogram looking diagram. If we look at this, the frequencies jump out at us. So it's really neat in that regard. So that's what a stem and leaf is. There's different ways that you can make a stem and leaf, of course, but in this type, the decimal point is the likely way to do it. But as you can see, there's other ways to do this, and there's probably what we could consider wrong ways to do it, and there's more right ways to do it. But in this one with the decimal point, it's pretty obvious that that's the place to do it, to do the separation between the stem and the leaf. Okay, thank you for watching.